Nintendo Music has now been out for roughly 3 months, and I really can't decide whether it is evil or whether it is genius. I'm going to give you the good, the bad, and the weird, and then I need your help in making a final decision.
Something good, something bad, bit of both.
Some good things about this service are that it provides convenience. Finally, we have some beloved songs of Nintendo's that we've really all been waiting for in one convenient place. Secondly, because Nintendo Music is typically not found, even before this, on stuff like Apple Music or Spotify, at least the OG original stuff. You can't really find that on streamers. So really you're going to YouTube and listening to the original stuff. So in that sense, the new Nintendo Music app really saves you battery, and it's an ad-free experience. So that's really a positive thing about it. It also saves you from having to dig out your old CDs and your old CD player, because who has physical media for music these days? And it's nice just because it's just all digital. If this video gets enough attention, what I strongly suggest is Nintendo needs to put the album Smashing Live, the one from the old Nintendo Power magazine, and it needs to incorporate that into Nintendo Music, and it also needs to incorporate the Legend of Zelda Anniversary CDs, the one that came with Skyward Sword when you bought it on the Wii. And another good thing about Apple Music is when you're a dad like me, or if you're just a busy person in general, then sometimes you work long hours, or maybe even you don't work long hours, but you have a long commute, so you really leave early in the day when it's dark out, and you come back when it's dark out, and you really don't have all that much time to enjoy the video games that you would like to enjoy. How I like to pseudo-enjoy them is to listen to the music at work, because it's instrumental and it really doesn't impede too much on your work, so it kind of actually helps enjoy your work, and you're kind of just reminiscing about the video games you used to play back in the day. So then there comes the bad aspects of Nintendo Music. In true Nintendo fashion, it starts small. There's really nothing much right there as it is right now. What's there is quality, but there's not a whole lot of quantity. But we know it's going to start small and then finish big. And we all know how much Nintendo loves to drip feed us content. First, every Direct we had to look forward to the new Smash Bros. DLC characters. Then it was the new Mario Kart chorus. And now really it's Nintendo Music, albeit this one's tweaked and we don't have to wait for every Nintendo Direct to get a new piece of music into Nintendo Music. It's really just Nintendo randomly tweeting about what's going into the service. Although there's not much quantity here, what is here is really good. There's Fire Emblem from the Game Boy Advance music, there's Mario Odyssey. Until now, the only way I could jam out to Jump Up Superstar was via YouTube, and now it's in the Nintendo Music app. Of course, there's Zelda and stuff, but it's all basic stuff, right? So because this stuff is not in Apple Music, or let's just say Spotify, for example, the UI is it's okay. It's not bad. It's also not great. It's definitely user friendly. I just really could use a little bit better menu system, I guess. Look at the bottom where it says search. Wouldn't you think this would be a magnifying glass rather than 4 squares? The worst-ish thing about this is that you're not paying for this service exactly as a service. You're paying for this via your Nintendo Switch Online membership, which is just kind of odd. It's also its own app. So we have the good and the bad, and then there's just the weird. It really just begs the question, why now? Why not earlier? And I have 2 theories. One that's pretty really reasonably anyone can assume. And then one is a little bit more of a conspiracy. So why not release Nintendo Music on a streamer? Well, one thing is that Nintendo really wants to add value to Nintendo Switch Online. I constantly hear people on YouTube talking about adding value to NSO. And when you look at NSO in its entirety, now it's this big thing. When it first launched in 2018, it gradually grew into this big thing, and everything about it just seems very reactive. It's really a way for Nintendo to keep giving you more things slowly over time, but Nintendo still remains in control of its IP. No longer is the customer in control of what they have with buying individual games as they could in previous years with the Wii U Shop channel and the Wii Shop channel. Basically, what you get with Nintendo Service Online is what you get, and we're all gonna like it. My other theory has to do with Nintendo's very prestigious law firm. What do you hear all these stories about Nintendo and YouTubers doing? They're pretty litigious, right? So again, coming back to the question, why now? I kind of think Nintendo is in the business of building its music app into something big over time. That way, when they see random YouTubers putting out their music and stuff, they can really shut them down and say, hey, like, we have this service here, so you need to subscribe to Nintendo Service Online if you want this. Since Nintendo has waited so long, there is a lot of stuff that's on YouTube that you really can't get anywhere else, and it's really difficult. Have you ever tried looking up Mario Galaxy 2 soundtrack? You're only going to find that on YouTube. Also, there are cover bands these days doing really good jobs at making good Nintendo cover music. If you've ever heard of the band Zelda Reorchestrated, these guys do a very, very good Dragon Roost Island cover. It doesn't outdo the original, but it definitely competes with it, and I would definitely say it's on par with the original. Definitely very good. There's also Skotine. I think that's how you pronounce it. It's Skotien. It rhymes with protein. They do Pokemon covers with a 13-piece band. And then there's also the live concerts. You see Video Games Live. So these are all on streaming, and these you can regularly get on Spotify and anywhere else you get your music. So I really don't think the cover bands are really in jeopardy. It's more of the YouTubers who put Nintendo's own music on the platform, probably without permission, I'm going to say. And I think those people are really who are the ones in trouble. I think that is at least one of the purposes that Nintendo Music exists, and that's why this is weird. Why is it randomly in 2024? Really, like, why not sooner? And I would think that's your answer right there. Let me know in the comments below if you think I'm right or wrong. Given the choices between evil or genius, I'm voting evil, at least right now in this period of time. If you ask me a year from now or even 2 years from now, I'm sure I'll have a different answer because Nintendo Music probably is going to be built up way bigger than it already is. But what do you think of Nintendo Music? Is it evil or genius? What I want you to do is sound off in the comments below, but also vote in the community tab, which I have right over here. If you had fun with this video, a like and subscribe helps with the channel greatly. And if you're looking for what to watch next, over here I have a video about gaming in your 30s and how that can really be a challenge with all the work and with all the different tasks you have to do lately, and I addressed that in this video right here, so head on over there and I'll see you in the next one.